There's like 4 feral children on screen right now. There's so many. There's so many. Rest in peace to anyone who recognizes all of these things. You are entitled to financial compensation. When you've been watching anime for as long as I have, you are bound to have at least a few that make a pretty big impact on you, especially if you started watching anime when you were in middle school. In this video, I present to you 19 anime and manga that have had an embarrassing impact on my development as a person, and fair warning, this video is a little bit different than my typical videos. This is actually a stream highlight from a stream I did last spring. It was like a PowerPoint presentation night with some friends, and I decided this content was too good to be relegated to a VOD and a memory, so I'm putting it on the main channel, and be nice to me because the day I'm uploading this, it's my 29th birthday. So it's a self-indulgent video for my birthday. I need you guys to appreciate my title slide. Are you perhaps talking about Astarion from Baldur's Gate 3? I made that edit myself.
Nice.
This character and I, we go way back.
I hate that feral child there.
You're gonna need to be more specific. There are a lot of feral children on
about.
this. This is anime and manga that have had an embarrassing impact on my development. So we're gonna start off strong with the most obvious thing, Black Butler. Unfortunately, anyone who has known me for any period of time, this makes sense.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
Right, so, well, do y'all want to lore? I'll lore dump. It all started back in 2010, I think. I might be wrong. Somewhere in that era. So, funny thing, some girl that I was friends with that I met at like a summer camp in between 8th and 9th grade told me about this series, and I watched it on Netflix, and I was like, okay, yeah, sure. And then in 2014, my now sister-in-law was really into anime, and we got into Black Butler together, and I don't know, something about our friendship that summer convinced me to read the manga, and it was, I've never been the same since.
Nice.
What's crazy is that Black Butler's still going. Don't I know it? Don't I know it? The brain has been rotted so much that there is no brain left in terms of this. Anyway, everyone knew this one. From here on out, it is in chronological order. So now we're going back to middle school, guys.
I remember Vampire Night.
Rest in peace, Moya. You didn't deserve to go through that. None of us did, actually.
I just was there for the vampires, and then it was something.
Allow me to set the stage. To surprise to no one, I did have a heavy Twilight phase in middle school, and one of my friends was like, hey, there's this other vampire thing that I'm kind of into, and she got the whole friend group into anime and manga that spring, I fear. 8th grade was truly the year of all time. It was definitely, maybe not the year of all time, but it was a year for sure.
Nice.
Yeah, I watched Vampire Night. I may or may not have crashed the family computer doing so, but like that's a story I'll never tell.
Oh, no.
What's so funny to me is I know if I would like, I knew gay people existed when I was in middle school, but I didn't know, I wasn't in shipping fandom culture at the time, but I think if I was, or if I were to watch Vampire Night for the first time now, I would be so normal about this brown hair man and this white hair man together, because like, this toxic yaoi, the blueprint, maybe not the blueprint, but truly, the Great Weebening, it was the Great Weebening. It was a canon event, I fear.
I hate to say House came before this.
Raging's been wanting me to get into House for toxic yaoi reasons.
I'm just making jokes about it. I'm talking to an old man yaoi because it's hilarious. It's kind of there.
You read this because you were talking to someone who worked at Viz, and they told me it was their best-selling shojo. Never heard of it, so you checked it out. Kel, you didn't deserve to go through that. I read this, and I watched this, and I got so fucking mad about the incest reveal, and then I got even madder at the reveal that oh, he's not her brother. He's actually her great whatever ancestor who ate her brother and then replaced him. And it's like, sorry, this beef goes back so far. Sales were single-handedly funding shoujo beat at its peak, and I believe it. I believe it. I don't know what it was about 2000 shoujo. That shit was messy, and we were here for it. Of the few bits of house I've seen, it very much does have toxic old man yaoi. Oh, am I gonna go through a house era? I will say the aesthetics go hard. The aesthetics truly go hard. Especially for a middle school emo kid. It does not get better than this, I fear. Following this theme, and approximately 2 to 3 weeks after I watched Vampire Knight for the first time, I did watch Death Note. Rest in peace to Misa, the girl who got me into Death Note. In hindsight, I probably did have a little bit of a crush on her. Rest in peace to Taylor, she was cool as hell. And I'm only doxing her name because it's a really common name. I've known like 50 Taylors in my life, so good luck narrowing it down. She hated Misa though, because Misa got in the way of the yaoi between Light and L. I think most people know I think most people around my age probably had a Death Note phase. Death Note musical slaps. It kind of does, actually. Everyone should watch it. Wait. Yes, I agree. There is a musical. There's a concept album that was recorded in English, and the guy who plays Lucifer in Has Been Hotel plays Light Yagami in it. But if you want to see it, I'm pretty sure there is like a stage play production, but it's in Japanese. But I'm sure you could find fan subs of it. I was very normal about Misa Mane. We're not gonna unpack what impact that had on my development. But I think Moya can probably see it. At least in aesthetics.
I don't know. My problem with Misa was I found her very annoying on my first watch.
She's just a girl, and she's so pretty. What more do you want from her?
Listen, I get that now, but me, young, hot phobic me, was like, ooh, gross.
Oh, that's fair. She is easily the hottest person in this show. So, yeah, no, that's fair. Not you being hot phobic at a young age. Misa was so cute, and she shouldn't have been punished for having trash taste in men. Truly! Rest in peace. Another angel lost her wings. Also, the romance between Rem and Misa would have gone so fucking hard. Rem is her Shinigami, by the way. Raging you find
Honestly,
everyone
that would've
annoying
been
is
cool.
crazy. Right? And they kind of set it up because Rem was in love with her. That's why Rem died. Rest in peace to Death Note. Spoilers, I guess. Everyone else in Death Note is like crusty and or a cop, so she had to carry the group hotness. Truly. She and most women by this creative team isn't very... Yeah, she's... No, I'll give you that, Kel. She is not well written at all. Absolutely not well written. But I am willing.
No.
I am willing to make it up in my brain. Because she's so pretty. Alright, next is Maid-sama. This is my trashy shoujo. Other than Vampire Knight. This was so fucking good. I fear the dynamics between the main couple might have impacted me more than I realized. Because they are definitely bullying as a love language. But they're so slay. And I love them so much. I did not watch the anime, but the manga was really good. Fun fact, okay, so this was 8th grade and 9th grade for me. And my mom had a really old laptop that would overheat really badly. And so I figured out that it wouldn't overheat as easily if I put it on plate display holders so it didn't lay flat on a table. So the laptop was basically like almost fully open, like one big slab on these like plate display holders. And I did break it. I was reading Maid-sama. I was reading Maid-sama and I was really excited about the new chapter. And then my brother walked by and it was a very fragile setup. It's not his fault. I thought it was at the time, but I was like 13, so what do you want from me? It did fall off and it did break. we had somebody look at it and they're
Oh,
like,
no.
yeah, they knocked the hard drive out of place or whatever, but the laptop was so old it was not worth fixing. So that's my Maid-sama history, and then I had to wait years to finish it. But it is one of the few mangas that I read all the way through. It's also one of the few that I've read that is like a completed series. Not Mel breaking multiple computers for anime. I fear that was a canon event for people my age or older. Alright, next is Loveless. When I showed this presentation to my friend Emerald, I did hit her with the joke of Loveless taught me that grooming was normal. It's not normal. Oh man, Loveless. Cal, I have beef with this series. First of all, it's not finished. It's been abandoned, and the plot is whack ass fucking stupid. Like, why are we 2 to 3 volumes away from what you said the predicted ending was, and you're introducing these whack ass plot lines of like hidden children or whatever, and it's like, literally, what is going on? This is just somebody's excuse to write a 21-year-old being in love with a 12-year-old.
What the fuck?
Wow, that's yeah.
Excuse me, what? I didn't write it. I don't know what to tell you. I was 13.
Seeing Loveless around so many times, and I remember really liking the long-haired guy, and I remember trying to start it, and then immediately crashing out when I realized what it was and clicking out.
No, what's so funny? I was 13 when I read this, or like at least when I like first read it, because I didn't finish it till way later in life. It just completely went over my head that like it wasn't normal. But I was also more like, wow, the like spell battles are cool as hell, and like, whoa, they nailed this man's hand to the ground and he ripped that shit. Like, that's what I remembered from the series.
I think I didn't get past the first chapter because it was all like, oh, some people like kids have ears for some reason.
Listen,
and I'm like, what are you talking about?
We love cat ears and cat tails. It is crazy that the cat ears and cat tails are a physical representation of the concept of virginity.
That is fucking wild.
I did not realize that. I thought it was puberty.
That's what it is. That's why they make fun of the teacher for still having ears. I have the first issue on my bookshelf. I have all 13 volumes of this shit, dear. Maybe I shouldn't admit that so freely. Thankfully, I've not watched Loveless. I don't know if the anime is any good. I only watched the first episode when I was 15, and I said, what the fuck do you mean you're gonna make him lose his ears when he gets older? I had a little bit more clarity at that point. It's crazy what age does to a person. Alright, you have the first issue on your bookshelf at your old bedroom at your parents' house because a homophobic high school friend gave it to you because a clueless aunt of hers bought it for her just because she knew the friend liked anime. That's crazy. So one of my friends has a similar story, but instead of it being homophobic, her mom bought her like the entire series of Rosario plus Vampire. And for anyone who doesn't know, that manga, it's ecchi, which is a genre that's like, it's not porn, but it's not porn. It's like it's toned down a bit. And she was reading it in front of her mom, and her mom was like, what the fuck is this? And she's like, you bought it for me. Rosario plus Vampire for a Kid is crazy, but I also watched all 3 seasons. I read that whole manga. We were reading it in 9th grade. So what my friend group did in high school, we basically did like book club where we would all read the same shit, but we would like pass it around. It was very fun. The vibes were immaculate. Anyway, let's get this shit off of my screen. Next is Ouran High School Host Club. I need everyone to know, all of this is official art. The only edits are like filters. This image, straight from the anime. I just need you guys to know that. I do love Ouran. Ouran, my beloved. I almost failed my geometry class because I would watch Ouran instead of doing my homework. That's my lore. Ouran and I, we go way back. This was also 9th grade. A lot of the things on this presentation are like 9th grade. It was an era. It was truly an era. The twins were my favorite. Ouran is a canon event for any queer who had a weeb face, truly. Like, Like, what do you mean non-binary character of all time? And we're
I
surprised
love
that I'm
Haruhi so
non-binary.
much.
Haruhi is really slay. So Ouran High School Host Club, can I just say, me and a couple of my friends, don't ask me how this got started because I really don't know. I don't have an answer. But we would pick anime characters that lived in our brain, and it was kind of like kinning, but without legitimately believing we were those characters. And also we didn't use that term because that's not what it meant back then. But Tamaki was the one that lived in my head, and I don't know if that shows. I don't know if I still give those vibes, but like,
Yada.
that was me at that time. Maya, do I still give those vibes?
Tamaki vibes?
Yeah. You can be
Maybe
honest.
a little bit.
I see. No, that's fair. That's fair. Rest in peace. Next is Baka and Test. This shit's so good. If you have not seen it, you should watch it. I only know one person, other than like people I was friends with in 10th grade, that have seen this. It is really fucking good.
I've seen it.
You've seen it?
Yeah.
Moya, isn't this shit so fun?
It is very fun. I think there was like a low-key GNC or non-binary character I really
Yes,
like.
Hideyoshi. Hideyoshi is
Yeah.
okay. So the thing about Hideyoshi is he was a boy. He had an
Yes.
identical twin sister, and so everyone just assumed he was a girl. But he was like, "I'm not a fucking girl. I'm a boy." So then they, as a joke, they were like, "Okay, well, you say you're a boy. We think you're a girl. So you're just gonna be your own gender." Which, you know, in hindsight, probably not the best. But like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, Baka and Test is really good. Basically, the premise is that they go to school and they have these little like avatars of themselves that like do combat, but your combat stats are based on your test scores, and people are segregated into classes based on their test scores. So you have like all the smart kids in one class, and it just goes like gets progressively like lower and lower scores. And the higher your test scores, the more funding your classroom gets. So like the A class has like some fucking royalty shit, and the F class, which is what the main characters are in, is like dilapidated. So there was probably some really smart classism and like cultural things being said there that I was not picking up on because I was fucking 14 years old and I was not thinking that deep at the time. But it was really good. It was so fun. That same year, I watched Hetalia.
Oh god, we were talking about this.
So, in my defense, there was this really, really pretty girl that transferred to my high school halfway through 10th grade, and she was really pretty, okay? Keep that in mind. She liked Hetalia, so I watched Hetalia. And the rest of our friend group also watched Hetalia, because we had this new friend that was obsessed with Hetalia. For anyone who doesn't know, Hetalia is basically stereotypical personifications of each country, but as like Twinkie anime boys, and they get put in silly situations that sometimes are based off of real world history. I also fucked really hard. Italy was my favorite character, and I loved Chibi Italy and the Holy Roman Empire. They were my goats. One of my first ships. Relatable. Do not look in my Tumblr archive. Luckily, I wasn't on Tumblr yet. This predates my Tumblr phase by like at least 6 months. Your first cosplay, the one that landed you on Weeb Stories. Oh, rest in peace. Rest in peace. Although to be fair, it sounds like going to cons during this era, and not because of Hetalia, but going to cons during this era, like the early 2010s, sounds like a hell. I probably wouldn't be autistic about anime conventions if I went to anime conventions in the early 2010s.
Yeah, no, it was unescapable. Like, Lily Hetalia
Well,
was everywhere.
I've also heard many horror stories about cosplayers.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, these are fandoms I was in at the time, so it's like somebody would have been beat with the yaoi paddle. CL cosplayers were treated really weirdly back then. And just all of these things, it's like, yeah, I'm glad I didn't go through that. Rest in peace to, like, everyone who did, though. Glomping and yaoi paddles, flashbacks. Did you know, Lamprey, did you know that there was a suitcase full of yaoi paddles that got lost at an airport, and it's just out there somewhere? Real ones remember when the anime was revived with a new art style? Yeah, we didn't fuck with that shit. I didn't watch that shit. I only watched, whatever the fuck, the first one. So there was a Hetalia shorts that I can't remember what it's called, but then there was Hetalia Axis Powers, which was on Netflix, and I watched that. And then there was the Alien movie, Paint It White. That's all the Hetalia stuff I watched. I didn't watch the new stuff. I watched the first episode, and I was like, why are they at a boarding school? This is weird. I don't know what you're referring to with the anime boss and Hetalia incident.
Oh,
Raging, do you know what this incident is?
I just see a title on it. Do you want me to just read you the title?
Sure.
The anime Boston incident, aka the one time some Hetalia cosplayers did a Hitler salute during a photo shoot.
Oh, that was at Anime Boston? I was under the impression that that just happened multiple times. Bunch of Hetalia cosplayers who were all cosplaying as Germany decided they should have a photo shoot in front of the Holocaust. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. I almost brought that up when we were talking about Hetalia the other night, actually, but I thought I misremembered it.
Actually reading it.
That's insane behavior! And that's why we don't fuck with Hetalia anymore. Like, just the general we. I think fandom really... Okay, Hetalia wasn't super great to begin with, but I think fandom also ruined it for everyone. Okay. Next, this was within, like, a month. I watched Hetalia. And then I watched Serial Experiments Lain. This shit's actually fire. This is so good. Like, genuinely, this shit's so fucking good. If you have not seen this anime, you need to watch this anime. It's only 12 episodes. Moya, have you seen this anime?
Haven't seen all of it. I know of it, and I think I might have watched the first episode, maybe? I can't remember.
I'm kind of surprised I haven't set you down yet to watch it, but also, to be fair, it was kind of inaccessible for a little while, so that might be why.
Ah.
New Orleans is scary these days. That's fair. Serial Experiments Lain is basically a 90s anime about the internet, but it's like, it was like low-key ahead of its time with how it was like portraying the internet. And it's just really good. I like the art. I think it's fire. It's also, when you're 14 to 15 years old, this shit's confusing as hell. I have seen this multiple times. I needed to have seen it multiple times to understand it, because my brain was not clicking back then. Yes, Lain also has a game. I've played it, kind of. I played it for like an hour or two on stream once a million years ago. But I don't think it's a good stream game. But I do know about the game, and it's such an experience. We love Lain in this house. I'm very normal about it. Also the same year, I've remembered recently, because I found a copy of the magazine at an anime convention. I learned about the Heart of Thomas and Serial Experiments Lain either from the same magazine or within the same, like, couple of weeks, because my friend had both issues. But I learned about it from the same, like, magazine. This shit's so good. This is so pretty. It's how I... This was the first thing I ever read about... Probably not the first thing I ever read about gay people, but this was my first, BL. Also, the first 70s shoujo, and I fear it's over from here because this shit's so pretty. Heart of Thomas, let's fucking go. Moto Hagio is the... Yes!
Editor Mel here to say that everything I say about Moto Hagio and the Heart of Thomas here is not entirely correct. This stream was over a year ago. I have since reread the Heart of Thomas again. The Heart of Thomas is about Julie and him coming to terms with his abuse and the way that he experiences love, and it does follow him shortly after the titular character Thomas kills himself, and we follow Julie as he tries to come to terms with all of that and the role he plays in that, and then we swap point of views to Eric, the kid that transfers in that looks just like Thomas. And Eric is kind of the catalyst for Julie starting to really process his trauma and the conflicting feelings he has about love, and everyone goes on a little healing journey, and it's so nice. And I have since read a bit more of Motohagio's work, and I love it. She's my goat. I'm kind of obsessed with her. I need to read all of her manga.
I read this shit in 10th grade, and then I hadn't seen much about it since until recently. Heart of Thomas is an interesting author inventing a genre and making hentai that has interesting storylines. Yes! No, Overlord, when I say the, like, 70s era creation of the yaoi genre is a special interest of mine, I truly fucking mean it. I'm so annoying about it to people, mostly to, like, the two friends that actually, like, fuck heavy with it. The boys are not actually boys, but they are girlies, just presented as boys. There's lots of fun, funky gender things going on in 70s shoujo manga, that's for sure. After the Heart of Thomas, I did watch another. This might have been Baby's first gore. Might have been.
I think I remember this show. Didn't someone get stabbed on an umbrella?
She's right there. This show also did heighten my fear of elevators. I know they don't work like that. People have told me that multiple times, and I do believe them. But I'm still gonna side-eye an elevator. Motohagio's still alive and making manga. I love that for her. I really do. Yeah, another is great.
Ask.
What do you mean? Why are you afraid to ask?
What do you mean? What do you mean? That's not how elevators work.
Have you seen this show, Raging?
I've never seen another.
Okay, so the premise of another is there's a class that is cursed to have they always have like an extra person that was unaccounted for, and then all of these strange, mysterious deaths start happening to the students and their loved ones. And one of those strange, mysterious deaths was the sister of one of the classmates, and she worked at a hospital. And she got in the elevator, and it broke and then crashed to the ground and imploded and crushed her. I've been told several times that elevators don't actually do that.
Crushed her?
Yeah, she was in it, and then it crashed. And, you know, kind of like crashed in on itself and crushed her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I watched this in 11th grade. And then I finished it. And the last episode's kind of fucking crazy. And then I saw somebody say that it reminded them of Corpse Party. Baby's first Edoguro, truly. This shit's fucking crazy. The game is also on the 3DS. I found that out. Anime gore isn't like real gore, though. It's not. It's really not. But for some people, it's just like the thought and the vibe of gore that they don't vibe with. And that's totally fair. Because it is still kind of gross.
Real gore can't do. Anime gore I'm 50-50 on.
I don't think I've seen a lot of real gore because I almost exclusively watch animated things. So I don't know. I don't know if I really want to like find those limits though. But anyway.
Depends on the gore too, actually, because I do actually like Battle Royale.
No, oh, I forget that counts as gore. Actually, sorry. Battle Royale was good. I forget that counts. I watched a bunch of YouTubers play it back in the day, and then because I watched the 3-episode OVA, and I was like, this shit's crazy. And then I found out it was based on a game, which is crazier. But yeah, Corpse Party really solidified the edgy teen gore phase that I was getting into. This was also like 10th, 11th grade. Yeah, 11th grade. Are you guys ready for some tonal whiplash?
Yes, let's go for it.
Never.
So after Corpse Party, I got into Free.
I remember Tumblr's free phase.
That was truly a summer. Me and my now sister-in-law were really, really starting to go through a Fujoshi phase at the time without actually consuming BL because we were stupid. Because we thought it was all the same. We were like, yeah, the gay swimming anime. Yeah, that's yaoi. Does glasses boy wear glasses when he swims? He has goggles. He does wear goggles. Yeah, he's got his fuck-ass goggles. I don't remember if he takes his glasses off when getting in the pool, but I assume he does. I haven't seen this in a long time, but this, unfortunately, did alter my brain chemistry. Real ones remember when Free was just an animation promo and not that enough people subbed for it, they turned it into a series. Truly, the water did look good. Never watched Up, but I do enjoy Splash Free. No, the music, the ending songs for this anime, bangers. I still listen to them, which is crazy because, like, I've been listening to Splash Free and Future Fish a lot lately, and, like, tell me why the air is starting to feel like gay swimming anime. This anime is how my friend and I figured out the amount of detail on a boy's collarbones tells you how... Huh? Oh, how horny the anime will be. Okay, yes. I fear there's a similar litmus test with how detailed a nipple is drawn, which is crazy. I've seen too much anime. I think I need to go touch grass, actually. The next couple of things are things that my sister-in-law got me into when we were in high school, Free being one of them. Next is Dramatical Murder. I will say, I'm playing the game for the first time right now. But I'm playing it in Discord with a bunch of people, so I haven't gotten very far. Oh, sweet Neptune!
Oh, this fuck-ass game.
Yeah! The game is actually really fucking goofy. I'm enjoying it so far. We're like 10 hours in. I don't know. The anime, dog shit. The story, bad. The character design, I like some of them. The bad endings, fucking insane. Fucking insane. This shit was crazy. Like, what do you mean? His legs were cut off. His arm, well, he has his arms there, but like his eyes were gouged out. His tongue was cut off. Is that, you guys know that TikTok audio that's making fun of true crime podcasts? Like, that's just literally one of Clear's bad endings. And unfortunately, Clear, that fuck-ass white-haired man, was my favorite character out of this. It's just crazy. This one right here, his head is decapitated. That's his body back there. I don't have context for this ending. What's even crazier...
Oh my god.
Moya didn't go through this phase, because this was like between 11th and 12th grade. This was 3 years before I met Moya, basically.
You're saying there's another white-haired guy to add to the list?
Stop! It's not a pattern! Yeah, there's another white-haired guy to add to the list. I don't have an explanation. He slays. But yeah, this shit was crazy. I'm playing the visual novel, so I'm actually gonna get to see more of the story, because they crammed all of this into like 12 episodes, and then they had an OVA that just sped run you through all the like traumatizing bad endings. This did take years off of my life. Next is Princess Jellyfish. This was 11th grade. Or 12th grade? No, this was 12th grade. This shit is so fucking cute. It also might be why jellyfish are one of my favorite animals. But like, do you see this? How could it not be? The premise of Princess Jellyfish is basically you have a little like community living of a bunch of autistic women who are also just really bad at socializing, so they're kind of shut-ins. But our main character, Sakumi, meets this guy whose name I can't remember, but he cross-dresses for the love of the game, and he's really fucking good at it. And he pretends to be a girl when he comes visits all the time, because like boys are not allowed is the vibe that they have. But it's really good, and it's so cute. And I need more people to... Moya, have you seen Princess Jellyfish?
I haven't yet.
You should! I realized we're going through a lot of, like, phases right now that hit long before I met you, so now I have to catch you up.
Yeah. I've heard lots of good things about this show.
It's so good. I need to read the manga, because the show's only 12 episodes. It's like, you can only cover so much. Cross-dressing guy also has a very cute brother. Also, he does. I didn't think his brother was all that cute, but, like... I guess he just didn't hit for me. After Princess Jellyfish, okay, now we're getting into college. I was in this phase when I met Moya. This is Osomatsu-san.
Oh yeah,
Nobody knows this, but it's so good. We need to watch this. Actually, this would be perfect to watch with Hannah raging. It's so silly goofy. There's no sad things. The angst is purely fandom made.
You keep saying this.
And I'm actually telling the truth this time. Okay, so Osomatsu-san is a reboot of an older series from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. But you don't have to know the previous to enjoy this one. But it came out, season 1 came out in 2015. You know when the dubs got released?
2024?
Actually, kind of close. Kind of close. I think it was 2021 or 2022, something post-COVID. And then Billy Kometz voiced the red one, so rest in peace. I think we can see why season 3 never got dubbed. Love that you went from loser girl anime to loser boy anime. What can I say? I have a type apparently, and that's wet paper bags. Yeah, I don't think this was ever actually super popular in the US, which is also probably why it took forever to get the dub and why season 3 never got dubbed. But also
Like
season 3 came out during COVID, so that also
like
might have.
season 4 of Initial D.
Rest in peace. I know that pain, not the Initial D pain specifically, but the pain of that. It's so silly goofy. This was my personality for a while. Fun fact, Moya, I don't think you knew this, but I don't think it was intentionally flirting. I don't think it was like for real flirting. It was just the silly goofy vibes I had at the time. But I think the person I was talking to took it as flirting. But this picture right here with this one, I used to send that as a reaction image all the time, and I think I might have accidentally rizzed up my ex with it.
Oh no.
Gag animes, manga/anime doesn't sell as well in the US than other genres because puns and gags are hard to translate. Yes, no, I got that vibe from Osomatsu-san. So, one, it's a reboot of a really beloved series from a while ago, that also was never really popular here. And it is a lot of it is very tied to like Japanese culture and vibes. I understand why it didn't do well here. I'm just sad about it because I love these boys very dearly. I will defend them. I will fight for my life and theirs. Highly recommend K-On! It's basically the girl version of this. Is it? I've seen so much about K-On! Over the years. I didn't know they were loser fail girls. Japan humor doesn't always hit with the merit. Yeah, so I will say, the dub for this, fucking immaculate. They localize it very well. They localize it so well. It's so good. The dub is amazing. Also, raging, Bruno from JoJo's, same English voice actor as the blue one in this show.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'm the editor on the manga version of My Dear Friend Nokotan, and we've had to rewrite jokes several times. Oh, that's cool though. But yeah, no, the localizing process does seem very difficult. Okay, so I got into Osomatsu-san summer of 2016. This same summer, I watched and read Kaze no Uta. I was not okay. But also, I want to point this out. Moya, I made you watch this OVA. You came to my house and we sat in my parents' living room and watched this. I don't know if you remember it.
No, I remember watching that. I don't remember a whole lot about the OVA though.
This is Yaoi. This is one of the pioneers of Yaoi. I want to point out this panel, then the rumors that you're sleeping with Gilbert they're so crude, religiously known but psychologically weak. Like, what the fuck does this mean, Serge? What does it mean? What does this mean? And I also want to say this one right here where it's like, yeah, Gilbert came down this morning and ate a full meal, and then you immediately think to sleeping with him. My friend sent this to me, peak Baldur's Gate phase, and said, this is you and Astarion. It means he Yume shifts with them. I guess so. Kaze no Uta is the tragedy of all time, by the way. If you want to get into this, look up the content warnings. There are a lot. Take that shit seriously, by the way. Just a heads up. It's depressing as hell. I think it's a print translation of biblically. Like, I knew him biblically equals we had sex. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. I was so caught up on that. How do you I think I'm a little too asexual for this. I understand it now. We've had an epiphany. Thank you for clarifying about that, Lamprey. But the art goes hard. This impacted my development like crazy. The translation is bad, yeah. So, fun fact about Kaze to Kino Uta, I now own the full series. That's a flex. That's only a flex to me, I think.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. Fun fact, it's never been translated into English in an official capacity. The only way to read it is fan translations. Although in 2018, it did get an Italian translation, officially. So either I need to learn Italian, or keep hoping that one day it gets released in English, because I've never actually read it in full. Because back when I did read it, they didn't have all 17 volumes translated. They do now, and I could go read that. According to Null, it's all been translated now. Hajio's made a lot of works translated in the last 10 years, so it's not possible. I'm on my knees. I don't know if Keiko Takamiya is who wrote this. I'm sure she's still alive. On my knees begging. Like, who do I need to kill? What do I need to do to get an English translation of this, truly? Need to learn Italian.
Listen, I got a list.
You have a list? What do you mean? A list of people to kill?
A hit list?
That's crazy. Overlord, you've read part 7 of JoJo's, right? That's a Gyro Zeppeli reference if I've ever seen one. You sell your blood for it? Real. Me too. I'm not using it. Okay. After Kaze? What comes after Kaze? So, let me do my timeline here. So Kaze was summer 2016. Fast forward about a year and a half. I know Moya at this point. They did witness this crash out in real time.
I don't remember this, but I think I vaguely remember this, maybe.
Yeah, it was a while ago. So winter of 2017? Wait, no! This was winter of 2016! So yeah, Moya, we had just met, so I wasn't ready to be freaky on main with you yet. Okay, this was winter of 2016, because this was when Yuri on Ice was coming out. Okay, Yuri on Ice, the gay ice skating anime, right? Pipelined into this fuck shit. Don't ask me why, I don't know. I was there for it, I rode the pipeline, but I cannot explain to you how it happened. It's technically a Korean web comic, but like we're counting it. What does it have to do with JoJo's? As a horror fan, I do feel like okay, I will say, Killing Stalking, phenomenal psychological horror. It's really good. It is really good. It's crazy. It is big-ass toxic yaoi for real, for real. You work for the publisher that publishes that? Tell them to put... Okay, so I have this running joke with myself. I have 2 running jokes with myself, but this is the only one that's relevant. Every time I go to a bookstore, I tell myself, hey, if I see volume 1 of Killing Stalking, I have to buy it. Because, like, there's a part of me that wants to collect the series. So if I see volume 1, I have to get it. And I have said that for the past 10 times I've gone into a bookstore. And every time, I come out safe. They never have volume 1. They always have volume 3. They have, like, 2 copies of volume 3, 6 copies of volume 4. They never have volume 1. So, like, I'm just gonna keep playing this game until it either goes out of print or what, I don't know. But, yeah, no, okay, so basically, this guy, the pathetic looking one, is stalking the other one, and he breaks into his house and then finds out the other one's actually a serial killer and then becomes a hostage. And then they fall in love. But, like, also, the stalker was already in love with the killer, so it's not exactly Stockholm Syndrome. It's a secret worse thing, actually.
This sounds like one of those ships where they're both terrible, but they're kind of perfect for each other, so you just isolate them away from society with each other.
Well, they're definitely 2 of the worst people you'll ever meet, yes. You know what they say, men will do anything but go to therapy, but this was an era of my life truly I cannot explain to you how crazy this made me. Let's just say 2016 to 2017 was definitely a year. Next is Revolutionary Girl Utena. I actually didn't watch this until I was like 25. I actually started it with Moya. Changed my life for real, opened my eyes, truly. If anyone wants to watch Revolutionary Girl Utena, it's all free on YouTube. It is free on YouTube. They have both the sub and the dub. I do not recommend the dub. It was in that period of time where every English dub of anime had an aggressive southern accent. Watch only the dub. Alright, Keegan. I warned you. If you watch it, check. Yeah. So I will say the thing about Revolutionary Girl Utena, honestly, most of the things that have been in this presentation probably should check the content warnings for. Revolutionary Girl Utena has a lot of trigger warnings, but it's also, they do it in such an abstract way that you either don't realize that's what's going on at the time, or it's easier to push yourself through. You will not be watching it, Keegan. I love this anime so much. I would love to make all the homies watch it, but I'm never watching the dub, and I don't know if the homies would be down to watch it subbed. I have been getting Haley to watch it, though. And she said that she would cosplay this green hair fuck with me, and then he's not on here. Well, he's kind of on here. The red-haired man. We hate them so much, but they are really pretty. The cars are a metaphor! Yes! Lamprey, I found an AMV from the Lemon Demon song, Two Trucks Having Sex, for this anime.
Wait, what?
Do you not know that song?
No.
Oh. Well, there's a song by Lemon Demon called Two Trucks Having Sex. That's quite literally what it's about. Revolutionary Girl Utena uses cars as metaphors for sex and also sexual assault, which is 90% of the sex in this show, actually. Rest in peace. But it's a crazy mashup. Wasn't into anime at this time because it was still associated with capital W weeb otaku culture. Was a stupid kid, turbo obsessed with not being perceived. That's fair. I've always been very normal about anime. But also, I think, and it might just be my specific friend circle, and I may not have picked up on being bullied at the time, but I don't think I was. But in like 2010, my particular school, people were chill as hell about anime. Like, my friend group, super into it. I don't think anyone was, like, weird about it. But also, we were not the kids Naruto running through the halls. We just, like, was just really into it. But we didn't really make it anyone else's problem. So that might be why. Even if you guys don't watch Revolutionary Girl Utena, watch the OP because it slaps. It does. It truly does.
The OP is very good.
It's also heavily influenced Steven Universe. And, it's Yuri. It's gay. It's gay as hell. And also...
Yeah, it's gay.
It, I think, was very, it's a very important piece of Yuri history for anime. I did watch worse ones at the same preteen age, including Soul Eater and Black Butler. Those were the OGs. I hit my anime phase when I could watch a bunch of animes on Netflix. And they did have Soul Eater, and they did have Black Butler, and a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, Netflix really did that.
Yeah. So you guys have that to thank for the reason why I am the way I am. It's gay and a little gender. Yes, the pink hair girl is gender non-conforming. We love a gender non-conforming character. I was in an anime club, but there was a guy who never showered, and we disbanded due to that guy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, my friends showered. Everyone smelled nice and clean. We were not those guys. But I have been to anime conventions, so I know exactly what you're talking about. Fortunately, okay, my nose is not very strong, so I might be dead-ass lying, but Moya can correct me if I am. The only anime club I got to be a part of was a college anime club. That's actually how I met Moya. I don't think anybody in there was stinky.
I don't remember anyone being stinky, but I didn't
No, they were
like
just
the guy who
homophobic.
ran it.
I don't think anyone did. Like, the two people that ran it, they hated each other, and I feel like everybody in that room hated them. It was a weird vibe. Nobody liked anybody
Well,
there.
Yeah, because he would like talk through everything, and
Mhm.
then like he would put up fan service shows targeted towards men. Then when people asked for fan service shows targeted towards women, he said, "No, I'm not watching that crap."
This guy,
He was
okay.
like sexist, homophobic, all that
What's
nonsense.
crazy, this is gonna be crazy because I feel like we've cultivated a very queer community here. This man, he was fighting to sexualize something that was not sexualized. There was like, it was Kino's Journey, but like the reboot of it. And
I remember that. He kept talking about how Kino is sexualized, and I'm just sitting there like, how?
like, they literally aren't. And Moya was like fighting for their life about this, and the guy literally goes, well, girls don't find other girls attractive. And it's like, first of all,
Not true.
what the fuck are you talking about? Second of all, you don't have to find somebody attractive to recognize something as being sexualized. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a crazy arrow ace take to have, but this is the end of my presentations.